Welcome back, viewers. We've been getting you some of the most key reactions to Budget 2022, and now joining us on the broadcast is Ebix Incorporated Chairman and Founder Raina. Mr. Raina, thank you so much for joining us. There's a lot to talk about with regards to the budget. There's an infrastructure push, a multifaceted digitization drive with e-passports, digital university, some amount of incentive for manufacturing of solar modules, a broad acceptance that climate change needs to be fought. What were your views, I want to ask, on Union Budget 2022, and what announcements really stood out for you?
Well, from my perspective, the budget had positives in form of more money being spent on infrastructure, the whole thing with the master plan with respect to the highways, the idea behind putting all the roadways, the waterways and so on, putting all of that together into a master plan, I thought were great steps. I thought the decision about recognizing that digital currency is here to stay, I think the tax, by starting to tax it, for example, in the form of assets, was a positive decision. More money being spent in terms of affordable housing, I feel always a good decision. But then I also found areas where I thought the budget was wanting in terms of specifics with respect to COVID-affected areas. I would have wanted to see more in the area of COVID-affected areas like travel, foreign exchange, manufacturing, and so on.
Right. I think those were completely valid. A lot of your points are with regards to perhaps nation building. I want to now speak to you in your role as an entrepreneur and as the head of a top tech company. Digitization is no longer a topic anymore. That is an item by itself. It appears to be a general criteria across fields: digital rupee, digitization of land records. Where do you see this opening doors for you as the chairman and founder of Ebix?
Well, digitization has been a major effort of the Indian government, and they've done a phenomenal job in taking the digitization forward, meaning who would have thought that an Indian name like Rupee would challenge the hegemony of a Visa or a MasterCard? Meaning clearly those are great things. When you look at the UPI transactions that India does, now it seems very normal to us in India, but then when you go abroad, you'll realize that what we are able to do in India can't even be done in the United States of America. I mean, you don't see these kind of seamless UPI transactions happening in the US in terms of the way we do it here. So having said that, all those are positive things. I think from a perspective of an entrepreneur, the way I look at it is that we have a great opportunity ahead of us in terms of digitizing. There are a lot of functions that are still not digitized, right? Idea behind, companies like us will try to focus on those, converging it. The challenge is not just to digitize. Challenge is to try and converge those functionalities and make sure they converge with what is existing today in terms of whether it is UPI interfacing, whether it is or the Rupee effort and so on. You have to keep interfacing all of these things, but clearly these are great opportunities from a perspective of anybody who's going to play in the digital sector.
Absolutely. Mr. Raina, I would be remiss right now if I did not ask you about the decision by the government with regards to implementing a digital rupee by the RBI as opposed to a cryptocurrency that is distributed. Could you share your take on this?
Look, I see that as a phenomenal move. I feel it is like taking the bull by the horns. Why wait for cryptocurrency to come in and do different things? Meaning, at the end of the day, look, government of India, I just don't see how a government of India can approve the use of cryptocurrency for cross-border trade. I don't think that would happen, and that wouldn't be the right thing in my view, simply because how is the government going to mandate FARA violations or that the money is not being utilized for wrong purposes and so on? But the move with respect to digital currency, I feel is phenomenal. It just blends into what the government of India and the Modi government has been trying to do over the years. I feel it will first of all establish India as a leader in the digital markets worldwide because nobody else has done it. Look, so this is a phenomenal move.
It's a phenomenal move. I thank you so much for joining us, Mr. Robin Raina, on this broadcast.
Thank you.